Hey, Shalom, Akib Shalom. First, and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in this gospel, brother, from the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick in transit through the spirit, titled A Time of Trouble. All hell breaking loose on the planet Earth. As you have a lot of cosmic activity in the form of chariots that's been manifesting themselves throughout these cities. We actually got footage of one last month. Video was sent that one was actually through one of the Kansas City, Missouri neighborhoods. Like it was literally gliding through a neighborhood, man. And we caught it on, well, we didn't catch it on camera, but a video was put out there, and I did a lesson on it. And that's just part of it, because like we've been saying, man, there's going to be a lot of strange activity that's going to start occurring on the planet Earth, okay? Actually, go ahead, man. There's going to be a lot of strange activity ever since they opened that, CERN portal. There's been a lot of cosmic activity happening, though it was happening before that, but it's just like a lot of strange things. Like it was a clip that was uploaded by the beloved brother from the main camp, Amwan Gabar. It was basically like this ominous trumpet sound. Instead of like they was tapping on an hourglass or something like that, or like a glass. When you think of like a crystal ball or hourglass, you think of time, okay? Because the Most High tells you in the book of Job that Esau, Edom can't go beyond the bounds which he allotted him to. So if Esau is destined to go another 6 months on the Lord's time, then that's just what it boils down to. It's not going to be any time after that, or he's not going to go down before or go after. Okay, like the Babylonians, they went down at an appointed time. Okay, same thing with the Egyptians, same thing with the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians and Medes, the Greeks, the Romans. All these particular kingdoms went down at a specific time, okay, that the Most High has allowed them to rule. So with that being said, Esau, Edom on this side is going to go down at an appointed time because, like we just quoted in the book of Job, the Most High set his bounds that he can't go beyond. But according to this devil, he feels in his mindset he's going to go all the way to the year 3000. Okay, he's talking about, well, by 3000 or something, we got to have colonies set up on the moon. That's all cap, man. Okay, because for one thing, you're not getting on the moon. Because for one thing, how you going to land on a plasma ball of light that directs its own heat? Second of all, and on top of that, with your space soldier program, with your super soldier program, etc. Like Boston Dynamics, they got these particular robots that's able to do parkour, shoot 40 cal rifles off their back and so forth. It's a lot, man. And all that is prepared for the time of trouble. Because you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man, you're not taking heed to the signs and to the warnings because you're too caught up in this thing what you call life. Okay, which is, nothing wrong with living your life, but you have to understand at some point in time that it's time to get serious, man. It's time to look at the things around you because everything is changing, okay, gradually, but changing. Like certain Amazon stores now, they don't even have cashiers. You go in that bad boy, you got the wave of a hand, biometrics, they got your identity already locked in the algorithm through the app. So if you got an app and you got your shit set up, you could just walk in the store and just walk out like you ain't paid for nothing. And that's all this MOTB system that's coming to fruition, okay? So it's get ready to get real stupid, man. And on top of that, we're on the verge of an economic collapse, which the economic collapse was going to cause them to bring in the mark of the beast, man, because we know that's going to deal with everything, your identity, your money, everything. But that's going to be the so-called savior for the new world, okay? Because you ain't going into the new world order unless you take that mark, man. And that's going to be the particular brand that's going to be the branding instrument that's going to allow you acceptance in the new world order. Okay, and most of you jakes, you don't want to be part of that because for the simple fact, you don't know what it's like to struggle. You don't know what it's like to have riches or anything like that. But even in the New World Order concept, you jakes are going to still be at the bottom. Why? Because the New World Order is not technically built for you. Okay? Now, they want slaves. Well, ultimately, you slaves, you lower level jakes, you don't really serve a purpose because they have their hierarchy of people who they want. So ultimately, extinction is on the menu for you Negro, Latino, and Native American. Because they don't really need you no more. You've already built up the society, so they don't really need you, so to speak. Because, I mean, for what? You know, like the elites, they call you goyim, useless eaters, sheep, cattle, useless eaters. You know, because, I mean, honestly speaking, the elites had to sit back and scratch their head and look at the results of their work, though it's through the left hand of the Most High. But they're looking like, wow, we actually got people to fall for this shit we call life a rat race. You know, they got everybody waking up, coming to a job, or, you know, trying to start their thing and do what they got to do. And it's like a hamster wheel syndrome. You appear to, you know, to make it and be prosperous, but you're still going in circles. You know, even a hamster gets tired and have to step off and get food and feel fulfilled, but he's going back on that same pinwheel, man, going nowhere. And that's us all. That's why we're the ones with hope, man, because honestly speaking, this world don't have any hope. The people of this world, of this known realm, they don't have any hope here, man. We're the only ones with hope, okay? Because, hey, the scriptures say, hey, we hope to be saved, man. Because if we don't hope, then what is, I think it's in Romans, what is Romans, the 15th chapter? No, maybe Romans, the 8th chapter. I think it may be Romans, the 8th chapter, like we're saved by hope, maybe 8 and 27, if I'm not mistaken. But we have hope, man. You know, we have hope in a better world, in a world of peace, in a world of prosperity for the Israelites. And that's why we're pushing this thing so hard, because we got hope in our Savior, man. Okay? Let's see what brothers posted. Shalom, brothers. Yeah, how about you, man? Shah Brakatham to you brothers and sisters out there. Bawad Tawab, which means good morning in the Hebrew. But, yeah, man, we're the only ones with hope because we're pushing it. You know, like you got this guy, Ronald Dalton. I think he's like the creator or whatever, the Hebrews to the Negroes thing, which I thought about watching it, man. I mean, come on, man. This guy, Ronald Dalton, he has this whole Hebrew, he's on this whole Hebrew to Negroes kick, and he's a complete reprobate, man. This guy's a complete reprobate because he really believes, every time I get on this fucking bridge, man. But no, this guy, Ronald Dalton, he's a complete reprobate because he really believes that every time it says chariot in the Bible, it's talking about so-called hovercraft spaceships. No, man. Have you ever heard of horse and carriage? Okay. Do you know that in the ancient world we travel by horse and carriage too? Okay. Even when the European eunuch ran over and got the understanding, when he said that thou knowest what thou readest, when he ran up to him and got the understanding, they said he walked up to his chariot, man. Okay. It wasn't a damn ship he was in. He was actually in a horse and carriage, or whatever particular vehicle they use. A chariot just means vehicle. And the angels, they can manifest themselves to anything. They could be a flying fucking Dodge Viper if they want to, you know. But regardless of that, it's not always talking about spaceships, man. See, that's a simple-minded individual. That's a reprobate. Okay, he's totally devoid of judgment. To say the natural man can't receive the spiritual things because he's the natural man. He's a brute, okay? Because everybody was on a comment board getting at him, going into the whole spaceships, but everybody got these distorted doctrines. And that's why Esau Edom wants to put out that documentary, because ultimately it takes the light off his ass. Because in that documentary, this guy Ronald Dalton is teaching that the Edomites are Japhetic people. And the Edomites are not Japhetic people. Japhetic people, the actual Europeans, were people of color, of dark skin, man. Okay? They were dark skinned. Like you got the Ashkenazis, man. You have Javan. You have the sons of Japhet, which were men of color, you know. So the Edomite don't fit that bill, though he did assume the identities of those particular lands, okay, and he called himself the Japhite. But if you go into the whole thing of Ashkenaz, you got Edomite calling himself an Ashkenazi Jew because of the land, or where the land is at, not because it's an actual the actual people, okay. Because those are Japhetic people, man. But Esau is so fucking stupid to the point he stole identities that don't even match up with his narrative, man. You know, so now he's the Russian, now he's the Australian, he's the British, he's the French, he's the what do you call it, man? He's the Irish. He's all these things instead of just being a damn Edomite, man. But that's so good though, because you know what? When we get in the kingdom, we gonna make sure you know that name Esau. We gonna beat that shit into you, man. Yeah, you an Edomite, man. You an Edomite. And you gotta let these people know that. Because they're scared now, okay? This rat, these fucking Amalekites, and we're gonna call them what they are, they're really bugging the fuck out now because Jake is coming out for who they are, you know? They're coming out. Jake is basically waking up saying, yeah, we know we the Israelites. We know we the chosen people of God. And Amalek is losing his goddamn mind behind that, man. As he should. because he wants to hide his identity. Because what does a fugitive, a criminal do when they get caught? They start making excuses. They want to point the finger at everybody. And that's Esau Edom. Okay, according to Genesis, I think it's the 4th chapter, when he said that he should be a vagabond and a fugitive in the earth. Yeah, man, he's on a wanted poster, and he's being identified through this ministry, through the prophets. And that's why he's getting ready to try to roll down on the men of the Lord, because his ass is exposed, man. You know? But anyway, brothers and sisters out there, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Shai. And with that, shalom and the barber ball. Shalom.